Not me.
Well,
see, you're missing a whole... You heard that, right? Caleb tooted.
That was a chair, somebody.
That was a chair, guys.
Alright, just grab your sheet or pull it up.
Well, I guess I don't have to worry about...
I'm pulling on my sheet because I'm keeping this blank. Because of the setup currently.
Blank slate,
that way everybody can feel like they can have fun.
You know what? Oh, wow. Just wow.
Alright, I have cookie stuff.
Brain work.
Brain's working.
Alright, just because it's right here, and for some reason I put it in here. That's Michael. Or at least his like class. That's the Michael class right there.
Alright, would you like to sign in case you want your
shit
your information? Oh wait, this is my session, isn't it?
It could be. I don't care which one we're doing.
Exactamundo.
This is just a random one that I wasn't expecting to happen. So it could be either yours.
Who wants to do this?
You guys want to do rock, paper, scissors? How about that?
No, I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean,
we haven't done my campaign in a minute.
Yeah, let's do yours.
I don't give a fuck.
Alright. Do you have all the stuff you want for your... You want me to pull up your character sheet?
You would have to, Def. I don't.
I don't.
Alright.
I still don't have an identity for my character.
Log in, friend. Actually, let me do this for you. Okay, land on the floor.
I don't have an identity for my character, so it doesn't really matter to me one way or the other.
Truth be told, I don't have many skills, so I only would need.
Right.
Yeah, I would just need my class. I just need to pull up my class, literally.
Literally, all I have.
Your stats, like your strength and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. So it's your stuff, right? So
actually, just put on a new sheet for me. Yes.
Oh, if you want to just log in here, yeah. What's your? You're the DM, right?
Yes.
For me?
Yeah.
For this? Yes.
All right, go ahead and log in real quick. I have a.
Shit. Whatever. I have like 7 different passwords, so I think that's it.
Cool.
Over here, and in case I need it, I will just log into mine over here.
Woo!
Wow!
32 hours played, man.
Oh wow! You're really good at this game, huh? I wonder how many hours we actually put in our campaign.
Not many.
True.
What?
Alright,
just hear wow. Oh god.
Soon to be over.
Right? He's probably playing. Yes. He's playing the game.
Man, I really wanted to actually play that character. I should have done it.
I mean, you got a backup character for anything, dude. So fuck it.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's just no.
Oh wow.
That's not you.
Yes, it is. Icy bomb. Yep. Bomb to pick. That's me.
Oh, okay. You just didn't have any of this stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember my HP now, though. That's one thing.
Huh?
I don't remember my HP, though. Because I was level 2.
That is your HP level 2, I think, right?
Nah. My HP level 1. Yeah. I had 20. Let's say I had 24, because I don't remember.
What's your hit dice?
I didn't take a...
You rolled?
I rolled, yeah.
Do we have that?
Pretty tanky.
Oh, you kept it with you, didn't you?
Yes.
24, we'll say?
Yeah.
It turns out to be wrong. You're at fault.
Yep.
That would be.
That would legitimately be you, huh?
That would
as long as you print a sheet out for me, I don't care. Because I just made some adjustments to my character. Nothing severe, just...
Oh, like that's why. I was slightly confused.
Just mentioning shit. Oh, wow.
Oh. Just wow? Only wow?
No, I need to fuck.
Alright, and this is Kiko, right?
Yes. Just call her Bug.
Bug.
In fact, just... Yeah, no, that's fine. Miss Bug Bug, whatever you want to do. She
Mrs.
has a first name. That's her first name, but she's
that
just
real
Bug
quick.
Bug.
Oh yeah, you already know what Conjure Arrows does. Yes, that's fine.
Nani.
Nani.
Corey. Nani, Corey. Shut the fuck up. Wow.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Alright, I have to remember this part of the session. We haven't touched this portion of the session in a minute.
Last time we left off.
I remember where you are.
And I remember where I was.
And I think I remember where he was. I think he's in a magic shop right now.
No, I walked out of the magic shop and I'm in the streets.
Oh, that's right. And you were considering heading back to your father's place?
I mean, I am heading back to my father's place.
So we were good.
And you're having a conversation with the good lad at the counter of the Mage's
good
Guild.
lad. That's his name. Good.
And I believe at some point I rolled for this campaign.
It was like a 60 something, I
It
believe.
was a 69.
Ah, yes, we made the joke, that's why.
At least it's campaign 3. That's your information.
You didn't by any chance write down my HP, did you?
No.
Okay, just making sure. So I feel like it's 24 or 26.
Roxicule. Where was that? Oh, that was your home city, wasn't it?
What?
Roxicule.
Raga's deal?
Roxicule?
No, that was the town, like town I fight for.
I'm very confused. But then again, let's be honest, like, we already had, like, we just had a small session with this that one time, and nothing really came out of it for my character, so I guess I got confused.
I exploded in the arm.
Yeah. Then again, I was thinking about shit and stuff that day, too, so there's a difference.
No, Caleb. No.
I just don't know what I'm doing with this character.
Oh yes, your father's name was Lilo.
And Stitch.
Just Lilo.
No,
Oh,
Stitch.
yeah.
is
Lilo
not
Stitches,
exploded.
I think, would be a good name though.
I mean,
First name.
my
Lilo,
last name's
Stitch.
Bug Bug. Unless he changed his last name.
Middle name Stitch's last name.
Lilo, Stitch, Bug Bug.
Okay.
You never know.
You don't
I
know,
don't give
I
a
thought.
fuck one way or the other, mate.
He could have remarried.
I mean, not that I'm aware of.
Exactly.
That'd be news to me.
That would be.
Yes. Things to note. Are we audio on right now or?
I mean, I always have the audio on. I just cut it
Okay.
later.
Alright, just things to note. You have 2 days until the test to enter the Mages Guild. You have signed up for the Mages Guild.
Oh yeah, we were getting the spells ready, but we found out there was nothing she needed because her entire kit is perfectly fine.
It will suffice.
Yes.
It sufficed for the moment.
And as far as you were talking to the maid person, the receptionist.
Yes. So what did our role do? Did it just
You'll find
in the
out.
background?
Yeah, you'll find out. It's a background thing at this point because unfortunately where I left off the role is kind of just there.
And we didn't really end up on a definitive point either.
Not at all.
Okay, so so just paint the scenery, update, and then we go. Because I'm still like
Alright,
very
so we're going to
lost.
start with you since you're the one who's last in action. And you're still talking to the old man at the receptionist desk, trying to figure out how he can help you with your necromancy problem. He seems to have informed you that there are a couple of mages that might be able to help you in the guild, but it's kind of late. Well, I guess it's actually approaching a time frame where it would actually be good to talk to some of said people.
Yes, he said it was during the night peak hours.
Yes.
Because remember the lights were on, the dancing lights.
Yes.
Were on.
Yes, there's actually, it's enchanted into the walls. It's actually enchantments that cast automatically in the town, in parts of the town, because this is a very mage-centered town due to its very large mage guild presence. So a lot of magic gets thrown around in this town. High and low magic, depending on what part of town you're on.
Alright, so what was the information that I picked at the beginning?
I have to remember this. I don't think he's giving you anyone in particular that can help you, but you are trying to figure out, if there's anything that they can do.
Yeah, because we stopped.
I'm going to jump over to...
stopped completely, yeah.
So I can think about this. I'm going to jump over to Caleb's character. If you don't mind, Caleb.
I'm here. I'm still trying to figure out, so go ahead.
If you don't mind me jumping over to you, so that way I can think about...
I do not care what's going on right now. I'm just here currently.
Because you're actually going to be making... It's not conversation-based, so it's a little bit easier initially.
Okay.
For me to grasp into the environment. Alright, Kiko, you are on the streets in front of the Mages Guild, along the Mages Market pass, and you're traveling in a general in the general direction of the Mages Guild entrance. What would you like to do?
Is it the next day? Because I just came.
Oh, it's still more nighttime. Unfortunately, you have.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed. Fuck it.
Alright, so you're gonna head back to.
Yeah. I'm going back to my dad's place.
Are you gonna go back to your dad's place? You don't want to do anything along the way.
No.
All right. In that case, I guess that simplifies you, and you're going to go for a long rest at your dad's place.
Yes.
Quick note: does your character have to rest, or just have to meditate?
For me, I would just have the 4 hours.
The meditate for 4 hours, quote unquote.
Yeah. Quote unquote.
The meditate style sleep. All right. So that means, well, we're back to your character, I guess.
Already.
I mean, yeah, that's literally...
Because unfortunately...
my character wanted to go to bed.
Yep. Alright, so he's gone back to his father's place to rest. She finds easily enough, having been told how to get there. And you go to bed at your father's place, and we're back to you again. I apologize.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, Sonny, there's not... I don't know if any of the masters will help you right away, but we can see if there's something we can get for you.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Let me... Oh, yes, I was looking at my list of people that might be able to help you. He starts sifting through this giant book again. Necromancy. Voodoo, maybe? We have a couple of voodoo masters in here. Darker arts sections. Oh, yes, I'm a good professor of dark magics.
Does Zabadoo still come here?
Zabadoo? I haven't heard that name in quite some time. I don't think I've seen him for quite the age.
Okay. Zabadoo is,
he's the other guy's...
Cernel's apprentice, or master.
Master?
Yeah.
Which is missing, not dead, right?
Dead.
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 Dead, okay.
Dead.
I can't remember. I had to remember. And I haven't seen him for some time. He hasn't checked in at least a couple of months.
Okay. He wanders around sometimes.
Yes,
So
yes.
sense.
And did he help you at some point, perhaps? Maybe he would be a good starting point as far as the style of magic that could help you.
Well, like I said, I haven't seen him in a while myself. Honestly, last time I ran into him, he was with this snow creature, and that's about it. I didn't really ask for his name, nothing like that. It was just there, type of thing.
Well, in that case, let me see here. I have a couple of people who might be able to help you. We have Benny the Bumbler.
So Benny, I love him.
His name, unfortunately, doesn't fit him. He's actually quite proficient.
So he's not Bumbly?
No, it's actually a family name.
That's quite depressing then.
And his middle name is Da.
Okay.
His parents didn't like him.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yes. And then we have Miss Theresa, who might also be able to help you. She's actually a night type, so she might be able to help you a little bit more. And that is all the ones I'm currently finding that are in town. There's a couple of more, but they have gone off and started wandering the world and better ways to explore their magic.
So is Benny around?
Well, Benny is unfortunately probably asleep at this time. Usually he leaves pretty early. He likes to be an early riser. So if you wanted to talk to him, you'd have to be here around 5 in the morning.
Alright, so what about Miss Theresa?
Miss Theresa, well, she usually comes in about an hour and then stays into the morning, and there's a small overlap where both those masters tend to be around.
Okay, you know what? I'll just go ahead and I'll wait for her. You know, because I ain't got nothing else better to do.
What was the time for this? Was it 8 p.m. or 10 p.m.? We're going to say it's 8 p.m.
Let's go with that.
Where did I put these notes? Oh, I must have. Oh, I'll put them over here. Okay.
Alright. So, about an hour passes, and actually a little past an
between
hour.
that, I want to search to see if there's anything interesting to read.
Alright. What's your investigation?
It was +1 or 0. Investigation is yes +0.
Alright, so a flat 16 then? Mm-hmm. I apologize, I was thinking about things in my head.
I also never made a background for this character either.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm missing 2 things over here, but let's continue though.
Alright.
I can do that well.
Alright. As you're trying to pass the time, you start to wander around. Unfortunately, there's not any bookshelves on this level, and you don't have access to the upper level, but you notice a couple of people are sitting around. You know, they are reading from their tomes, and they have a couple of piles next to them. They seem to be researching stuff down here and just enjoying the general environment of having a lot of people around.
Alright, I'm gonna just kind of slink on the floor and just kind of inch over and just grab one of the books.
Alright. Are you trying to do this stealthily, or are you trying to be obvious?
No, I'm just doing it.
The mage you happen to be next to is so immersed in their book that they don't even notice.
Alright.
Would you like to read what this book is about?
I would love to read it.
Magical farming techniques.
Oh, hell yeah! Harvest thy ass!
You notice that the rest of this pile is full of herbology-based and alchemy-based research. This person seems to be a fan of alchemy and herbology.
Okay. And what does the book? Was it interesting? Was there anything we can learn from it, maybe?
Did you want to actually study it?
Yeah, I might as well.
Alright. As you're studying through it, you learn of the importance of a few herbs in the area that are native to this area, such as the fire shroom, which can be used in creating an explosive-like potion. You learn of...
Does it tell me recipe? Or?
You know, this is just a basic farming. It doesn't have recipes.
Okay.
So you learn how to actually produce this one. It tends to grow naturally on its own, but you can learn. You can try and... You were drawn to this one because it said fire on it. But you do read some more, and you happen upon some glowing mushrooms in there, which are also naturally growable. And then you start to see some more basic, like how to grow wheat with magic, and some more basic like crops styled for natural food consumption. And you learn some magical you read about some magical techniques for farming, and a few spells that can be useful for it are mentioned, but there is no explanation on how to use the spells.
Assholes.
As far as you've read.
They just assume we know everything.
As far as you've read, there you didn't get any of that
Man,
information.
this book is boring, man. You need to get some better books. And I put the book
Again,
down.
the mage is like literally just face in the book, doesn't
Yeah.
even notice
I
it.
could have like killed him, huh?
Yeah, he was deep in thought.
Alright, I guess I'll just wait for this lady then.
All right, as you've been reading this book, about an hour did pass, and you notice out of the corner of your eye, as you're setting this book down, a lady in full black, well, she looks female from what you can see, walks in and is heading towards the stairs. She stands out from the crowd.
Miss Theresa?
Yes.
Ah, just the lady I was looking for.
Well, how can I help you?
Well, so, and I show him my hand, take out the glove, show him my hand.
Oh, you have some interesting magic about you.
If that's what you want to call it, you can, but,
Are you fully undead?
I slip up my mask and I just kind of wiggle it around, see if I have an eyeball. I don't have an eyeball.
Well, that's safe to assume that you are fully undead.
Okay.
I am fascinated with this. Would you like to join me? Come, walk. She starts walking up the stairs and leading you towards one of up several sets of stairs in this tower. Not really talking, just walking very silently. But you'll notice that her movements don't really tend to make noise at all. Even the shuffling of her clothes is silent, as if there's just an aura around her that prevents any sort of noise from happening.
So you like a ghost lady or something?
No, I wouldn't say I'm a ghost.
Your feet don't touch the floor.
You just touch the floor when you're able to levitate freely.
Ah, yeah, I wish I could do that. And I just like tiptoe over it, like aggressive tiptoeing.
She casts levitate on you.
Oh hell yeah!
Enjoy. As she continues walking,
I go upside down, and I walk like that.
She doesn't even notice. She's just walking and just. Oh, right here. She walks up to a door, which has an interesting design on it, and she places her hand on it, and the door glows slightly, and then it opens.
Wow, I wish I was like that.
Magic comes in handy here and there.
It does, huh?
Yes.
Could apparently bring people back from the dead.
Indeed,
So,
which you would be a
prime example.
prime example of. Fascinating. What information can I get for you? You obviously know now that you are undead. What would you like to learn about yourself, perhaps, that I can help you with? Perhaps your bone structure can tell us a bit of information.
Yo, what the hell happened to me?
Well,
I know I was like burnt up and sizzled.
What can you tell me? You were burnt and sizzled. Were you burnt at the torch, at the stake?
No, it was during a fight. I was sent to a town where we're supposed to fight some orcs. Turns out it was humans, mages, to be exact.
Sit down, please. Sit down. She waves you over to a table and sits down, and there's a small orb in the middle, and it's kind of got this dark, swirling mass inside.
I sit down on my head, since I still have left it.
You might want to sit down regularly for this.
And I sit down sideways.
That will be fine. At least you won't lose your head in this. Fall on your head. She puts her hand on the ball. How do you feel about me entering your mind? To try and relieve some of those repressed memories.
This will be the first time it has ever happened to me. I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I guess, go right ahead.
She starts casting a small enchantment under
Wait,
her
hold
breath.
on. There was this one thing that happened as a kid. I don't want to see that one.
She's not even listening at this point. She's still casting, and suddenly the room goes dark.
And,
Luckily, you're like on your side. So.
Exactly.
Your body goes limp, and you are just... There's darkness around you initially.
Oh, hell yeah.
You hear a small voice hovering. Walk this way.
Okay. Walk this way.
And you start
Talk
to
this way.
walk from what you can perceive, and you're heading in a direction, and then you start to see a shimmer of light. As you approach, you start to see the battlefield. And you start to see comrades around you, and everything starts to come into focus around you, and suddenly it's no longer dark, and you're on the battlefield. You're feeling rage suddenly, and you feel this urge to swing your sword at whatever is close to you. And the first thing you see is this red coated mage running at you with an enchanted or a summoned sword. And he goes to take a strike at you, and you sidestep it and slash him across the ankle, and then bring it back across his neck and decapitate him. And then you continue this for a moment, and then suddenly you see something out of the corner of your eye, and it's a fireball, and it blasts you in the chest. And you black out. But you don't die. Some time passes, and the memory... You wake up, but it's fuzzy. Everything around you looks fuzzy for some reason. You can't tell why. You feel like your vision is not right, or maybe you just don't quite recall what's happening. And you're trying to remember. You hear screaming in the background, and you look at your arms, and your arms are chained. And you hear a voice. Oh, he's awake again. We'll take care of that. And then you see someone walk in with a club and just knock you across the head, and your vision goes dark again. And then next time you wake up, your memory flashes in. You're lying on a table with a mage over you, with hands covered in lightning, and he's just pressing it against your chest, and you're screaming in pain now, and you're just unrelenting pain, and then you go black again. Roll for perception real quick. You didn't quite catch the face of whatever was shocking you from your memory. Like memory fades, and you wake up. You notice yourself lying on the ground now, almost as if you'd thrown your body. And she's sitting there calmly, hand pressed against the orb, and her eyes open. So the first time you've actually seen her. What you can see of her face, since she had a hood, an all black hooded outfit with the mage's symbol still on it, and you see black eyes, as if from the abyss.
What does the mage symbol look like?
It is a oh god, I don't think I actually made the mage's symbol. It's actually it's a hand with lightning strikes coming from it, and then lightning coming from the top, and then a plant or a flower in the hand, and then it almost looks like the hand was summoned. So it's multiple forms of magic being represented in this symbol, and it's surrounded by a mixture of elements along the outside of the symbol, as if to represent as much of magic as possible.
But the main combo being electricity.
Hand, flower in the middle, and then lightning, and then it's just to show forms of magic around it. But yes, the main thing that's represented is lightning. You don't know why. And that's the symbol. You haven't seen it. Well, you have seen it before once on what was Noel's Masters again?
The Zebedee?
Zebedee's unique attire had the marking on the collar. So you do recognize it from there, but that is the only time you've actually seen the symbol, as you can recall. I mean, from what you recall. Interesting. I don't think I've seen quite a memory like that in some time. The last man that came to me with such memories was so scarred he had lost all form of sanity.
Who was it? It could be one of my comrades.
No. He was attacked by orcs and tortured by orcs. He was brutalized and he had repressed the memories and wanted to be able to take vengeance on all the orc kind. But alas, he has failed so far as I know.
So
once he regained his repressed memories, he could not reface the enemy he once lost and committed suicide.
that's a fool's way out.
Indeed. You seem to be much stronger, having remembered such traumatizing memories. Can you tell me anything from what you've remembered that may narrow down what happened? I did see some of it, but most of it was hard for you to remember.
I remember they had a switch that they used to beat me with. During, I guess it took in between the time of which the electric shocks were being placed.
Yes. It did seem that you were tortured by the mages that had captured you. And they sometimes used a less humane means of torturing you. I'll have to consider having you come back again, and perhaps we can delve a little bit deeper into your memories. But that spell requires a bit of effort, so you'll have to come back tomorrow after I've rested. I'm usually here around 9. Once the sun has fully set and there's no chance of it being in the sky.
Alright. I'll be back another time then.
Indeed. Alright, I will see you tomorrow then, she says as she sits back in her chair and just reaches over, grabs a book and lies down on her desk and just starts reading.
That's
As almost forgetting you're there.
at this point I'll forget that she's there too. And I'll levitate back to the entrance.
How high above the ground are you levitating, just for shits and giggles?
20 feet.
The
The full extent.
As you're going down the stairs, the levitate spell suddenly ends. A lot more fast than you had expected, since it is only a 10-minute long spell.
Oh, really?
And you stumble down the stairs, clattering along the way, and you end up at the bottom of that set of stairs, and you take 2 points of damage from that.
Was it worth it?
Of course. So I'm just sitting there doing that.
A mage walks by and looks at you for a moment and then goes back into his book.
Wow.
Walking by. A lot of these mages at this level are... You'll notice that a lot of these mages at this level of the building are wearing more elaborate, more unique robes. They're not just wearing the standard light brown with the sigil. They tend to be wearing some more unique, but they all do have the sigil of the Mages Guild on their outfits somewhere. In various forms or another.
Alright, so... It's like so many fucking back. Alright, so... I guess I'll leave and I'll go head to an inn.
Alright, you'll head for an inn.
Yes.
Would you like to go to... You stay in this part of town, or would you like to go to another part of town for it?
I'll stay in this part.
Alright. To note that this end of town looks a little bit more elaborate and more expensive since it is closer to the Mages Guild. But you can try and find a cheap one if you like, or you can go...
Fuck yeah, cheap. I'll go cheap.
Alright, roll for investigation.
So I actually don't think I have any gold. I actually don't know if I have gold.
Wait.
Oh.
Did you say it?
For,
No, I didn't take...
storyline's sake, the captain paid both of you, well, he paid you 175 gold, and he paid you 75 gold for...
Let's do
Good shit.
for killing the giant squids.
Okay.
All right. You find roll for investigation to find a cheap inn.
I think that was the drill. I don't know. Was it? 10.
It does take you a bit of time, about another hour of searching. To know, it feels like it's. You don't know how much time. Actually, you do know how much time passed. It was less than 10 minutes that you delved into your own memories. Oh, I wanted to make it longer, but I had too much fun with the idea of having you fall while levitating.
I mean, it's hilarious. Like, what the
it does take you about an hour, though, so it is now around 10 o'clock for story's sake. And you do happen upon a small inn.
Okay.
It is in the major end of town. And
Okay.
it looks a little rugged, but it has an interesting aura to it. It almost looks like it grew out of the ground.
I'll go with it anyways.
Alright. Once you enter, you immediately are hit in the face with this smell of just moss and just almost druid magic. Just hits you.
Earthy inn.
It's an earthy inn.
Let's fucking go, dude.
You don't see any names of the inn, though, so keep note of that. There is no name for this inn as far as you know.
It's called fucking No Name Inn, dude. Who do I see?
You do see a stout little gnome sitting at a counter, and ironically, as you enter the inn, it seems to be bigger on the inside. You feel like you just walked into a fairly decently sized inn, even though it looks so small on the outside. As if, the magic that created this inn actually made it bigger. So that's something to know. And you see the gnome sitting there with a fairy floating next to him. And he's talking with the fairy in small, in a hushed voice. Yes, that's good. Work with us. And he looks over. How can I help you?
Oh, you see, what I need is a room. Right, I need a good room.
A room, a good room, or just a decent room.
Fuck it, I need a decent room.
Yes. Do I have any rooms available?
I
She
hope you
looks
do.
over at the ferry, and the ferry floats over to a board. And
Wow, you a flying person, huh?
Yes. You hear a little squeaking
Where you
sound.
get them wings from? What?
Oh, she's a fairy.
Okay.
She doesn't speak in a loud voice. She's very quiet.
I put my peripheral earlobe that is not there directly against her mouth.
I am a very tall being. How can I help you?
Oh, you pretty. Anyways, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl.
It is a female,
Okay.
as far as you can tell.
It's a trap. It's a trap. No, it's a trap.
Yes, we do have some rooms available. It seems she's floating around with 2 keys in her hands. We have. Well, this one's slightly more expensive since it's in the upper level, and this one is.
Damn. Well, so what's the cheap one?
This one is only 20 silver for this room.
So I noticed that there's lots of worms here. Is that going to be a problem?
I mean, it's going to be for you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we charge only 20 silver for the cheaper rooms.
Yeah. You see. All right.
I mean, if they're going to be a problem for you, you could go to one of the more expensive rooms. They don't have any worms at all.
Yeah. I see.
Those ones are about a gold a night.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take the one that has least worms.
Alright. That'll be 1 gold then, sir.
Go ahead.
And he holds out Yeah, he accepts the gold.
It's all yours.
And he holds out his hand to the fairy, and the fairy hands him the key. And then you notice it's actually a golden key.
That was a complicated procedure to hand it to her and hand it to me. I'm just saying.
And he hands it to you.
Okay.
It's not a normal looking key, by the way.
So what's this?
Oh, it's a key.
No, you got it.
It's actually it looks like gold as far as you can tell, but it almost feels like it's living in your hand, and it's.
So is this thing gonna eat me?
No, it's just an enchanted key intended only for the purpose of that single room.
Okay.
That way, no one can make copies of our keys here.
Oh. All right.
We have a lot of mages coming into these spots, so we don't tend to let people sneak in.
Okay, I'm go.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
My bones are getting weary, and his worms are just scaring me, honestly. And I'm gonna go.
All right, as you head up the stairs, the area that you were originally in, the rooms did seem okay. There was a chance of worms, and then as you get to the higher level, you notice that the rooms are like the halls are just lined with flowers, and there's these sun-like lights filling the hall, almost as if
I'm gonna use frostbite on one of the flowers.
You freeze the flower. Would you like to do anything else?
Nope.
All right.
That's it.
All right. You can head into your room, which is
right in.
Well, your key almost pulls you to a room, and
so it's kind of like
it leads you to the room.
Oh,
It doesn't make you go limp. You almost feel the tug from the key as it leads you to your room.
I'm just like, oh shit.
And you put your key in the door, and it moves around, and from what you can tell, and you hear the click and clatter, and then
clack.
And then the door actually doesn't open normally. It grows open, as if the door just molds into the wall, and the key is still hanging in your hand. And you walk it if you'd like.
This is normal. I accept it, and I go in.
You notice that there's actually a fairly nice bed. It is made of some form of plant material, as far as you can tell, but it is well bedded, and it actually has looks very comfortable, as far as you can tell. And there's a small desk in the corner, and the light is actually a form of another enchantment where it glows like the sun. And there's actually flowers growing throughout this room, and the ceiling is almost vines.
I'm starting to get tired of this.
There's plants everywhere.
Plants everywhere. My bones are gonna disintegrate.
All right.
I'm gonna just go to bed on the floor.
On the floor.
Yeah.
On the floor. All right.
I don't trust the bed. Does the bed have a sheet?
Yes.
I'll just lay on the sheet then.
You pull the sheet up.
I won't get in contact with those flowers.
All right. You lay the sheet on the ground, and you lay on top of it. And you rest for 4 hours.
Heathens.
And you rest for 4 hours. At this point, it will now be... you fell asleep at 8, so that means you wake up around...
I'm just going to sit there and do
4 o'clock in the
karate.
morning, technically speaking. And you went to bed around 11 at this point. Let's say, for storyline's sake. So you'll be waking up around 3. So you will come into the world first. But
I'm just going to be doing karate for a little while.
Alright, you're just going to be doing karate,
Yes.
practicing your moves as you wake up.
Of the moves that I just been doing since I was
Well,
big.
you feel a little bit of more familiarity with your movements since those repressed memories came back from your past life.
Hell yeah. Fucking karate, dude.
Not quite karate, but you notice some sword skills coming back into your hands. Some more comfort with your weapon.
Under my hand.
Yes. Your weapon feels more comfortable in your hand. Alright, Caleb. You wake up in your father's home. To note, it was just a standard home in this town. It was quite normal. However, a lot of the lower chambers were filled with weapons hung on the walls of various styles, and it almost feels like there's just
You good?
a whole bunch of
Good?
material stashed away in this house. Everything screams blacksmith. this home.
Just steal everything.
I'm still from my father. No.
Your father did come in later than you, so he fell asleep after you did. But you were able to get in just fine because he gave you a key.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not awake at this point.
No, I'm making a big character change. I don't know how much of a difference it's gonna make. I'm making her black, darker skin.
Darker skinned?
She's darker toned. Yes.
A gray black or like a brown? Like what kind of?
The human skin's black.
Okay, so
the
like
human part of the kitsune is darker.
Almost African American styling.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're not going jet black.
Hell no.
Okay, that's what I was thinking at first.
I mean, it could have been your fur aspect being that
that's
aspect.
what I was thinking.
Like almost like a black cat.
No, just the skin aspect.
All right.
That's
And the rest, are you still blonde?
Yes.
You're still
Hell
blonde.
yeah.
And so the patches of fur on the rest of your body would also be blonde, I'm assuming. Okay. Just want to make sure.
I'm just making sure that's mentioned before we continue on, because I'm just trying to
note, your father actually was also black, but he was much darker skinned than you, probably from his time spent out in the sun.
I'm sure he's probably like
For a
yeah, man.
from his appearance, he actually looked very weathered for
The kitsune.
a kitsune.
You said he was bold. You said he was brolic though.
Yeah, he's broad. When I say weathered,
No, I mean brolic. Like strong.
yeah.
Yeah, he's broad.
Yeah, he's very, very broad-shouldered, very heavy set now. And for a kitsune, he actually looked, but he still looked good. But when I say weathered, I mean like his skin was a little bit,
Beat up.
blemished,
Okay.
not as clean as a normal kitsune, but strikingly handsome for some reason. It's almost as if he has a bravado about him. All right, you wake up in your room, and what do you do?
What?
I thought he was an asshole.
My father?
Yeah, he left you, dude.
Yeah, he kind of was. But we're not gonna get into that, huh?
Yeah, right.
All right, so I'm up and I guess I'll leave.
I'm sorry, I just remembered when we were having the conversation, and then you passed me the note that said your mother was dead, and I'm just like, oh no, shit. That memory came back into my head.
I just kept giving him notes of random shit I could think to possibly make a character out of the thing I made. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with this, so I'm just like,
I found my father's in this town we're going to.
Yep.
My mother's dead.
20 minutes later. Yep. Yep.
I like cookies.
I'm a big fan of
Richard Nixon.
Blood. I don't know. Okay, so I just leave my house, I guess.
All right. It is still early morning for you. You do feel pang of hunger a little bit.
Pang of hunger.
Your character is a bit hungry, and the sun hasn't quite risen yet. It is still a little bit dark out.
Oh
no.
Yes, you got chat and see if you have any food?
It's a new language.
Inside the home or
inside the home? I'll go back and try to see if you guys have food.
All right, you got a good brush of the morning air. It's still a little bit chilly outside. In fact, it feels when the daylight was out, it felt really warm here. But the moment it turned night, it almost had a really thick chill to the air, which you didn't really notice until you walked outside this morning. When you go to search the home, there is a cabinet in what appears to be a kitchen, and it does seem to have some food in it, of various forms.
I'm gonna explore the shit out of that shit, dude.
What are you looking for?
Food, anything that I munch on.
Well, there is some smoked fish in there. There is some berries. There's some various vegetables. There's a lot of there's some flour in there. It's almost like a normal pantry.
It's like a kitten snack, basically.
Pretty much.
There is no meat other than fish in there, though.
Of course.
I don't really need any meat right now. I'm taking the fish.
You're a
I'm gonna take this
kitsune?
fish.
I thought you were a veggie kitsune.
Alright, you take
I
a
don't know
fish.
what I
It is
I
smoked.
don't know what I am. To be
It is a
honest.
smoked fish to preserve it. So it seems. It seems like it's still good.
I want to eat some.
And you consume that, and you feel the pang of hunger slowly subside in you.
Thank God.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
He's just hungry. That's all. Not gonna
Right.
kill him. Might give him disadvantage on certain things, but it doesn't kill him.
Disadvantage on eating.
Anything that would require strength or dexterity might cause him a disadvantage.
I'm leaving.
All right, you head out. In that time frame, you ate for about 30 minutes, so it's about 4:30 in the morning. The sun still hasn't risen yet, though, so it is still dark out. But there is still plenty of lights in the town. In this portion of town, they seem to be more torchlit, but there are some mage-style lights thrown in here and there that seem to be enchanted.
Okay. So the streets are. Is anything open? I guess.
There are a couple of people in the town that are wandering around. You can ask one of them if you'd like. But not on this street that you're currently on. Nothing.
But during this time, I would have already doing my kung fu. I would have went outside to just fucking see if I could find Bug.
All right, you're wandering around. Roll for investigation, real quick.
Why is he looking for me?
Since I came to town with you,
Oh, that means nothing.
I actually do have +2.
You would take a fucking
All right.
forever.
Is there a general area you'd like to wander around?
I don't know where the fuck she went.
All right, so you start wandering around the mage area initially for the next hour, trying to find her. Bug. Where does Bug start to go in her wanders? Anything you want to look for in town, perhaps? Information you'd like to get about anything? Or just goals in life that you'd like to try and pursue?
Ooh, that would require thoughts and actions, huh?
That would.
I'm just gonna start randomly doing shit. I'm going to examine if there's like a hip hop or skip rope or some kids playing. Or kids playing right now? I know it's early morning, but they're playing.
No kids are currently out.
No kids.
Actually,
I
was wondering, you do happen upon a couple of, God, what was their race called? There's a lot of them in this town. Fellas. There's a couple of fellas, kids playing with a rope, and there's 2 at each end of the rope, and 3 in the middle, jumping over the rope every time it passes. They're playing jump rope with a very long piece of rope.
Hey, sup, kids?
They look over you and just having some fun.
Is that what you call it?
Well, there's not much to do at this time of the morning.
Oh hell yeah! I'm joining you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
The female one looks over to you.
Well, I guess that's okay. I guess we can join.
She scoots a little bit closer to make some more room, so that way the rope starts to go a little bit higher, more to match your height.
Hell yeah.
And they seem to have a tempo to the rope. Would you like to roll for dexterity when you try to jump in?
It's a 14.
All right, you manage to make it in on first initially, and you start hopping, and the rope doesn't stop, and you're jumping around.
Okay, now let's go a little bit faster now that the lady's in.
Oh god.
Roll for dexterity.
Oh no. It's a 9.
All right, you stumble a little bit at first, but you don't quite get caught by the rope yet. You're still okay. You're fancy feeding it a little bit, and you're okay for now. One of the kids seem to be very familiar with this, so they're doing really good.
Oh.
They're practiced at this.
God.
Seems they spend a lot of time
Probably
passing the
need
time
to
with
stop.
this.
I mean, you just ate.
I mean, this is a bad idea because
That was.
And
you want to see you want to see something? Look at this thingy.
-2 Constitution? Huh. You have a -2 Constitution, huh?
You think I'd be able
You're
to make a character
fragile.
off of that?
does that actually, when the modifier applies, does that actually take away from how much health you could possibly get?
Yeah.
Well then,
Nah. JK. Only additionals.
only addition.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was about to say. I think that's only for additional. Don't fuck me right
Yeah.
now, please.
So it just applies to
It'll just be
Constitution
a
saving
zero.
throws.
It'll just be a, yeah.
All right, just
Yeah.
curious.
I had like I said, I had decent rolls and then I had shit rolls. So it was just a mix of really bad and. really
Luckily,
good.
Constitution is something that will be applied a lot in Magic, but luckily it is only used against.
Only concentration. Concentration would
Ooh, Concentration
suck.
would suck too, and
Yeah.
Constitution saves, which there are quite a few of. So that will be the only time that will be of relevance to you. As far
I mean,
and leveling up, but you know,
I would just
a
think
zero
I'd
would be the same. in
I
that
just think
aspect.
I'd get sick a lot. I'm just gonna make that a thing. My character is just very
Alright.
cute.
As you're thinking about this, the tempo of the rope starts to get a little bit faster.
Oh no, I can't. I
You can say
can't.
that. You can say
And
that.
you roll for dexterity.
Oh God, no more. I want
Yes,
off. I didn't. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing random shit now. 19.
All right, you seem to get a little bit of the tempo going, and it seems to be good. And the kids also are starting to struggle a little bit now, and you can see the excited look on the girl's face, which you happen to be facing right now as you're jumping and trying to keep pace with the kids. And she's
you wanna
excited
go?
now.
You wanna go?
She's excited now.
You're challenging me, huh?
She accepts the challenge. It starts going faster.
Oh, that was cocked. I just stood
And
with that last one.
as she's going,
was cocked, though.
it catches your angle, and you almost fall with how fast it's going, but you maintain your balance barely, and the rope stops. It also seems to. One of the kids falls at the same time, though, trying to keep up, and he's sitting there like. His eyes are wide, but he's very exasperated, just lying there, breathing heavy.
Holy shit. What the fuck? That was good, guys. That was good. You guys continue. Continue without me. I can't go on.
And he said they're also exasperated.
I throw my fist up in the air, just like, yeah!
That was really fun.
That was a blast. Gotta think of a fucking voice. No, fuck it. I know what I'm doing. Go ahead.
That was really fun, lady. You should go again. You want to go again?
Mm-hmm. I definitely want to go again. Bring it on.
You're really trying to die, huh?
Sister. God. This better not be my voice because I can't keep it up. This is what I'm doing for the moment.
Are you trying to we're gonna be the only black ones in
Oh
the
God.
actual crew.
I wasn't trying for this, I promise.
I mean, hey,
Well, your character is African American in color.
mine is definitely.
oh,
Well,
what?
you are white
No.
as fuck.
I mean, I don't.
Your actual skin?
I mean,
No, my
your
skin, but my
bones are
previous
white
skin-
as fuck.
Oh, so you? Oh God! Oh no! I really wasn't trying for this. I promise.
Well,
All right.
his characters are very, very black in style.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, I guess I'll just adapt to what he's doing, and maybe that'll make my character.
Hell yeah,
All right.
Fuck it. If you can't beat him, join him.
doing that shit.
Okay, so that's
What-
right. I beat you.
What feat did you take, by the way? I'm trying to remember.
I don't
I didn't take a feat myself.
I did not take a feat.
I definitely didn't.
God, you guys fail at creating characters from.
Look, this was rushed. This was actually
No, this was-
rushed.
this
was
last-
a rushed one.
These were the last characters that were seriously rushed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seriously, we rushed
I know.
them.
All right. Well, eventually we'll get to that. For now, we'll just not worry about them. No.
That would be really nice to have a feat.
I mean, we survived without it.
Yeah, we didn't really know.
We'll allow you to pick those up after this session. You should remember.
Sure.
All right.
No, that's what I was doing. I was looking at my fucking shit the whole time.
All right.
Haunted one, wasn't it?
So they're like, the lady wants to go again.
Oh no!
And then the one lying on the ground is just like, I can't go on. I can't go on. He crawls off to the side, almost clawing at the ground,
You're
dragging
such a
himself
baby.
away.
Man up!
And the others look a little bit like they seem like they've been doing this for a minute, so they're a little bit sweaty and just a little bit short of breath, but they're still pumped, having had a new person join into their ranks, and they're challenged. All right, from the top then. And you stand, and the rope starts to swing, and you start to jump over it. It's real nice and slow, so it's nice and easy.
No! Here we go again!
But as it picks up tempo, it starts to get a little bit harder. Roll for dexterity.
Not like fucking kamikaze.
You are experienced right now, so it goes pretty smoothly. You're dancing a little bit with it now. You're almost getting into the tempo, and the kids notice this. They start getting into the tempo.
Do the waving stuff while I'm
and you're almost making this more exciting for them, and and the people swinging the rope almost want to get into it, but they have to keep swinging the rope. So they can't really start dancing. They're waving.
I mean, I don't know if they're
moving their hips a
proficient
little
enough
bit.
to do the. No, it's double. So you can't do it.
That's double dutch.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of the single Dutch. You can technically jump in if you do single, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
That's a thing.
That's
That's fucking
complicated.
hard. Yes, I don't know how the fuck people do it.
I mean, people are just do a lot of jump rope.
Exactly.
Go ahead, keep going.
All right, and you're getting into the tempo real good, and it picks up. But because of that roll, we're not going to give you any more,
That's pretty
dexterity. So you keep up for how long do you stay in this?
Until I puke.
So you're just staying in this for a while. But before
I'm
you
surprised I haven't puked yet.
before you puke, fortunately, one of the kids runs short of breath, and the rope hits his ankle, and the rope suddenly stops.
Oh! What the fuck?
Come on! Come on!
Oh!
And everyone seems to be really tired and exasperated.
Oh, that was lots of fun, lady. Thank you for helping us pass the time.
I was passing the time myself, but anything for you?
To note, about an hour has passed, and the sun has started to peek over the horizon.
Have I found
We
this
did that
shit?
for an hour? How did I not puke?
You
would have been dead.
You were going at it for quite some time, and it's just a cardio style workout
That's
thing.
true, but
I
I
mean,
got a weak stomach.
luckily it didn't play into effect here.
Thank God.
You only ate a fish, so there wasn't much to puke up. So
Oh God!
you're okay.
Remind me not to eat a lot of her.
Exactly.
No, you eat a ton, it may come back
Eat
to
and
haunt you.
fight. Eat and fight, guys. Let's go. Let's go to
Remind me
war.
not to do
A
that.
full course dinner, buffet style, and then you go into a fight immediately afterwards.
Oh no! Oh God!
Extreme.
I think I know my voice now. I'm starting to create a character. I'm starting to figure it
Yeah,
out.
as soon as I had my character, at first I was gonna be like a high pitched British voice, but I'm like, no, I already have that fucking nose. Like he's gonna be some random black dude.
I think I got it, dude.
All right.
I mean, I'm a tiefling, but
All right.
Oh, God,
the
oh,
kids
no.
seem to be like lying down and resting, and they're eating some small fruits to nourish themselves from having been at it for so long, because they've been at this for quite a few hours before you'd even entered.
Oh, whew, you guys were great, dog. What's up, son?
damn, now she's gonna be like, Alicia.
I'm not gonna do that. That was awesome.
That was lots of fun, lady.
Was it?
I
Oh,
had the most fun I've had in a couple of days.
you guys were doing that by yourself anyway.
Well, we sometimes have other kids join us, and sometimes we add in another rope, and that makes things really interesting.
Oh, that's great.
Unfortunately, Billy forgot his rope today. She glares over at the other person who had been
Billy.
been swinging the rope. God damn it,
Fucking
Billy!
Fucking
Can't
asshole.
remember
What the
rope.
fuck, Billy?
Fucking asshole.
Oh, sorry, Billy. You seem like a good kid.
What's
Why
your
is-
odds from an asshole?
Kids tease people.
That's just an asshole.
Huh? What?
Billy's an asshole.
He looks at you a little confused.
You getting teased, right?
Well, I mean, I did forget the rope.
Oh.
He's accepted his life as the rope bearer.
Bring it next time, nerd.
Wow.
Well, if you play with us next time, we'll be more than happy.
Are you talking about the other kids?
I don't know what's going
Fucking
on
worse.
right now.
I'd be more than happy to bring a
This
rope
is
for
the
you.
bully right
You made this a lot of fun, lady.
I'm just kidding. I'm having fun. I'm gonna like skip a rope. Not. Oh, can I convince him to give me a rope? A jump rope?
Of course. You can do everything you
can
want.
try.
You can do anything you want in the
Hey, do you think I could borrow this for a little while?
Unfortunately, that's our only rope. Oh, that'd be kind of
Well done. Well done. All your other rules are like amazing for no reason.
They have no
When it came to
context.
something that's important,
They
man.
have no context behind them.
Okay.
Unfortunately, lady, we only have the one rope on us, and we like to keep it so that way we don't have to find more.
Bitch.
That's good. Awesome. Sorry to bother. I'm gonna keep going on my way. And she just kind of like trying to not skip ropes, but like
So have I found this chick
Like
right now?
skip.
she
You can
skips. There you go. She
Skips through the streets.
She skips through the streets.
Have I found this chick yet?
No, you're currently looking in the mages area
You have
for this entire hour.
been looking for a while. I'm just
But
skipping around.
You
doing
searched the
shit.
entire mage end of town around the mages guild, and you have not found.
Is there hopscotch?
Oh, fuck.
There is no
I'm
one
gonna
playing
go to
hopscotch
the
in
other
this
place that's not
Is there
over
shock?
where I am.
area. You can look to try and buy some.
I got a 16.
A 16.
Yeah.
Find
All right.
some chalk.
So as you're wandering, which end of town would you like to start searching in at this
The
point?
one that I'm not in.
Well, there's a couple of ends of town. You're in the east side of town.
I don't know where this chick's at.
You start wandering towards the south end of town, I guess. How do you look for?
The last time we spoke, we were on a boat, and I almost got her in trouble. That's the last thing I heard of her.
All right, so you just start searching willy-nilly, so that it's gonna make it a little bit hard, but there's a chance you run into each other. You start wandering towards the south end of town, which might help you.
Okay.
Which direction do you head towards?
I'm skipping, man. I don't know where
You're
I'm
skipping
going.
in a needless direction. Do you want?
I'm going.
You're
going
skipping
places.
through the
I
town.
want to look to see if there's any place I could buy some chalk.
All right.
You definitely find it, huh? It's a 19.
As you're natural 19,
Uh-huh.
as you're skipping, you see a small store open that looks like it could be general goods. There was a couple of other stores along the way, but they didn't seem to have any
I'm
chalk in
getting
them.
myself some chalk.
Where the hell is this girl? What the hell? I've been looking for about half my life, and I cannot seem to find her.
Hello.
All right, you walk into the store.
I'm Quintasha.
Rather small store. So there's a couple of just small goods, and you do notice.
I do know this girl named Quintasha. It's a really terrible name. That was the really terrible name.
That's terrible.
Quintasha.
That's terrible.
Someone looked at a baby and said Quintasha.
No, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about that.
I feel like I've known someone that could have had that name.
You could have.
I've known several people that may have had that name. Who knows?
Quintasha, and
Tasha seems like actually a pretty normal name now that I think about it, as far as names go.
Yeah.
God. That's a
That's a
desecration.
Stanford name, isn't it? That's a Stanford
That was
name.
actually in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yes.
That's just a name that.
That actually that could be a Brooklyn
makes
name.
That's
sense.
just
too.
a
It
name.
makes sense.
It's a name.
Oh yeah. I couldn't think about anything, so I just called her Quintasha.
Oh man, beautiful.
I didn't want to wait.
Beautiful.
It's very unique.
Right. You see a
Hello?
a small little gentleman sitting at the counter.
How can I help you?
I'm looking for some chalk.
Well, I guess I can help you with some chalk.
Quintasha.
He reaches behind his counter and pulls out a box of chalk. It's a small container. It's made of wood.
Every time you talk, I see your head just going in random directions. Hello. I don't see you just looking at someone directly.
Well, that's kind of what I'm doing, though, to be honest.
That's what I think.
That's legitimately what I'm doing. I'm like, you guys have any chalk?
How much chalk would you like?
Is this because of your
Maybe about 3.
3 pieces of chalk.
He opens up the box. do you want something to carry this in so it doesn't break?
I got a bag right here.
So it doesn't break was the key word there.
No.
Well, I guess you just like to play risky then.
Risky chalk.
Well, I don't like to see my chalk broken. Seems to be very... He actually has a small collection of chalk.
Well, you don't have any boxes. It's just chalk.
If you like, I have a box for the chalk. It's an extra couple of...
Do I have to buy a box with the chalk?
Well, you could buy the whole set of chalk, which is 5 chalk in a box.
Chalk?
That sounds amazing.
Buy the chalk in a box?
Yeah, 5 chalk in a box, and they even come in different colors.
We got red.
We got white here. We got red.
You got lighter white.
Oh, I'll take it all. How much?
Lemonade. It's almost
We got
lemonade.
yellow.
How much is a full set then?
A full set. That's 50 silvers right here.
Alright, well, perfect. I got 50
They're
silver
colored.
for you right now.
It's hard to color chalk here.
Right now, I got 50 silver.
Unless it's magical.
Which means I have no more silver pieces.
You don't
See,
know.
he didn't do an insight check.
I don't
He
give
hands
a
you-
fuck. I want
know that.
chalk.
I see that.
He hands you the chalk and accepts the silver.
That's pleasure doing business with you.
You got the box. You didn't give me a box. The box.
It's in the box.
Oh.
It's actually a fairly nice looking box though. It's actually a... Oh, hi there. Want to buy some chalk from me?
I just did.
I got something in my pants.
Well, enjoy. It's actually a fairly nice box. It's actually... You can smell the wood.
Oh,
It's actually...
wow.
It actually has a nice aroma to it.
Wow, Caleb, you got
It's a fairly nice box.
You got a sweet deal, buddy.
Enjoy the chalk and keep it.
Where
Don't-
the hell
don't
is
mess
this
it
fox
up.
lady?
Actually, also, all the chalk is individually sectioned, so it doesn't even rub against itself.
Oh shit!
Like this man gave you a really nice box.
Oh,
to
the
put
guy's
your chalk
spawn
in.
died.
Woo! I'm in heaven. I'm gonna go literally right out of his
So you
store.
have 5 pieces of chalk in a fancy
I'm
box.
literally going right out of his store and creating a hopscotch thing.
Oh, you run out the store and roll for perception real quick.
Oh
Yeah, dude. Using your dice for that, because yours is
yeah,
What was
you're never
the-
finding me, son.
fire.
You're never gonna find me, son.
All right.
You ain't finding nothing.
Luckily, it's early enough in the morning. The sun has started to rise. That you see this random kitsune woman. Or are you in human form right now, or kitsune form?
I'm in human form.
Oh, doesn't it?
I've seen both, so.
Yeah. You run out of the store and you start drawing on the ground immediately. And you create yourself a little hopscotch set. And you catch a blur of blonde and black run by you. And it does draw your attention.
So I'm gonna look back at it. I'm gonna look back at it. What I see?
Roll. You see a human on the ground with blonde hair drawing a hopscotch thing. From the back, you can't really tell.
I'm gonna slink on the floor and I'm gonna inchworm up to her.
All right. You feel presence approaching from behind you.
That's an amazing chalk set you got.
Why?
Why what?
I am busy
Oh,
creating a hopscotch thing.
you are a creator.
What?
You're a creator.
You do recognize each other immediately. Just
Yeah.
So,
I figured.
I know.
I figured I'd mention it just in case.
I know her. I'm just like, why would you interrupt me?
That's impressive. That's why. I have never seen such an articulate chalk drawing as good as this one.
What color did you decide to use to drew the hopscotch?
Red.
Oh, I'm just like in ecstasy. I'm like, I just start squirming on the floor. Oh,
You make all things weird. All things have been weird made by you. I'm just playing hopscotch.
Well, it's not like I can see.
Roll for
'Cause I have
performance
no
real quick
eyes.
on how well you drew this.
Fuck yeah. I'm loving the
It is-
direction
it
you're
is
taking.
fucking
here.
amazing.
It is literally
That's like I said. It's articulate.
every square is literally perfect, and the numbers
I'm gonna ruin it.
are almost
I'm gonna
printed.
ruin it. I'm just gonna start rolling on it.
You roll on chalk.
Yeah.
All right. As you're finished the drawing, your friend here, Sketchy, starts rolling on the chalk. drawing that you have on the ground.
We'll be right back.
This is word from our sponsors that we don't
We don't have any.
Szechuan sauce is amazing.
All right, so you may wonder why this cuts here in this episode. Your boy fucked up just a tad bit, and while he was editing some audio clips for this episode,
He decided the other one was not worth it and deleted it.
not on purpose.
Damn.
I overrid it while I was fucking editing and dealing with the audio stuff and normalizing it on Audacity and all that extra bullshit. So I accidentally overwrit that stuff, and there's actually a lot of shit that happened. So I figured we'd discuss it real quick so you guys are caught up to date for when the next session happens with Chris. So we have to stop from the hip hop thing, the hopscotch. So basically, what happened after the hopscotch thing is that I played a lot of hopscotch. After that, I played boop boop boop. I went a couple times, and then you started trying to join in. And after you tried joining in,
It was a disaster.
it was a disaster
really
because we
disaster.
tried to do it at the same time for some reason, and then you caused us to trip and shit. And then we were bored.
Yes, we were.
That's the reason why I was like, I'm very bored, and I have a day until my Mages Guild thing, and trying to get into the Mages Guild. Speaking of which, I might.
So I was all like, "Hey, we should go on a quest, and just find something, maybe kill something a little bit, stab, jab, jab,
Mm-hmm. And then I think I was more or less like, all right, I'm bored.
Yeah,
That's
literally
legitimately what happened. And then Chris just kind of came. He was like, "Oh, I guess I can come up with some quests real quick." And then I gave him a sheet or like a little reference for some base enemies. And then we went to go find a camel once we found a druid quest.
Oh, Sally was amazing. Let me tell you, she did nothing the entire time.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of shit that happened, and I'm actually really sad that this is because this is the best part of that was the best part of the session.
It was literally nothing but comedy.
Mm-hmm. Literally, we found a camel. The camel lady was very rude, and she gave us a shit camel. And once we paid for it, he paid a lot of money too, like
46 gold.
46 gold for the fucking
Yeah, it had
shit
a limp.
camel.
The camel had a limp. Oh
Literally,
my
the camel
God.
had a limp. And we rode the camel for a little bit. We started getting followed by some people. And once Sketchy could actually recognize who they were,
I was like, oh my God.
we got a bolt.
It's the yellow jackets.
Yeah, it's the people from when he accidentally
Blew up that guy's hand.
killed that one guy. And I was very confused. My character was just like, oh shit, I guess this is going to happen. And then, during this entire combat session, you didn't kill one. Did you kill one during that combat?
Killed nobody.
No.
I missed everything.
Wait, I'm talking
No,
about.
no.
I mean, that's the combat session after that.
No,
What about
oh,
this
yeah.
session?
No, I killed like one person.
Yeah, I feel like you killed one person, and then I killed the other two. Let's just say my rolls after this
He
were
had
like,
God rolls.
and you've had the exact opposite.
I was literally rolling everything below a 5.
Mm-hmm. So every action that he attempted to do, including like move Sally or move the camel a little bit, it went bad.
We stole
Everything.
their horses at least. Camels, sorry.
No, I stole the one, and then you decided to keep on with Sally, and then you kept rolling shit and trying to
Yes.
move her.
And then, once we finally encroached upon the encampment,
Mm.
I decided to take the very stealthy approach. And this is where you put like stealth music. Dun, 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 dun. And then I hid in the sand. I literally tried to cover myself in sand, like 100 feet away, and I crawled towards him.
Yep. That's exactly what he did. And I just decided, I was like, okay, are there any trees around? He's just like, there's a fucking palm tree. I hid behind a palm tree. I have a longbow, so I'm just like, fuck it. I can just...
He was just fucking just
Dude.
throwing those things out and just hitting everything.
No, literally, my accuracy was just pinpoint. I've only missed once. And just imagine this. Once combat happened, I literally, I shot someone to initiate the combat, and the druid, like, he turned around, and he saw Sketchy, and Sketchy was just like, okay, I'm gonna start fighting now. He
And
literally
I was on
just...
the ground when this happened.
Yeah, so basically he had to roll on disadvantage that time, and then once combat actually started, he basically was just like wrestling them in a sense, just like, And
Literally the entire time, I kept swinging a miss, or swinging a deflect, or something, and I just would not hit anybody until I made a grand standing ovation. I was like, you know what? I will lay down my arm. Here, have it. And I rolled pretty good on that. Tell me how I rolled on something that's stupid as giving my arm to someone so it blows up on them again. And I'm like, are you serious?
yeah, that was the one good roll you had there.
That's the only good roll I had, but it did a lot of damage though. So
Hopefully, the luck with this character that I have right now will consist because it's looking pretty good so far.
Oh.
Literally, every arrow was like fucking pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah,
I had
literally.
a nat 20, I think, once or twice
you
in
did.
there. I definitely had it at least once, and that literally just one shot. I'm just like, I kept like arrows were going through people's heads. I literally killed everyone but one person. Actually, I killed everyone.
no, you did kill
No,
everyone.
because he actually got knocked out, quote unquote. But he technically had 1 HP. That's later on.
Yeah.
But like, quote unquote, in session, he kind of just turned into bones. He can't really die, so he has to be put together and shit.
But I could only do that once per long rest though. So
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you would get knocked out next time.
yeah, if that happened before my long rest, I'd be dead.
Okay, cool. So he was a pile of bones. There was one left. He had, I think, what was it, a javelin or some shit? And that wasn't javelin. It was like, I'm trying to think of what it is, like the weapon.
That was a long sword. They had long swords.
This one had like a better of a weapon.
No, it was just a long sword. Because there was dagger wielders and long sword users.
I'm pretty sure it was something else, but it doesn't really matter because it's gonna bother me. I'm not gonna hold on this. This guy had a pretty decent weapon considering the others, and literally just turned around after doing that, right in the head, right on the ground.
That was very
Literally, that's
I was
all
very
that
happy to
happened.
go down. Trust me.
That's literally all that happened. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he dropped his weapon. That's what happened. He dropped his weapon. He didn't die right away. He dropped his weapon and just put his hands
Yeah,
behind
and
his
we tied
back.
him up.
No, I tied him up.
Same thing.
I tied him up, and I was bringing him back over there, and then he rolled for insight, learning that these guys were definitely evil.
Yep.
And he came in and just fucking killed him.
Yeah, I just put my bone arm straight through his neck. You know, yeah.
That way he actually had a fucking kill, but it wasn't during combat, so it doesn't really count. But you killed him.
I did.
And after that, he
Wait,
told
were
me...
you gonna question him by any chance?
I was going to question him.
Oh shit!
That's what I was going to do. That's why I
Because
had
you
him
never
roast.
question anyone. Usually, I'm the one trying to question people.
No, that's what I was going to do.
Okay.
That's something that the reason why I tied his hand behind his back was I was just gonna bring him back over there and ask him some questions, and if he was evil, right, I would have just fucking killed him too. But at the same time, you just rolled for insight, learned that shit, and just did it yourself.
That's very true.
So, what can I do besides that? Besides have like a dead person in my hand? Oh shit! Well, he's dead. Anyway, I think that's legitimately what happened. We did that quest, and then we went back to town, and I think that's where we would be caught up. I'm sorry that you guys missed the actual combat and us going outside of the town. I figured I would give you this just so you guys had something to understand where we were in the story. So once again, I apologize. I'm going to do my best to not try to do that again, because that's spontaneous. That really sucks.
Caleb.
So, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the episode, and catch you later.
All right, I have to remember where you guys are. You are. Oh yes. So are we ready? Do you have your character sheet in case you need any
The only thing
stat stuff?
I would need is charger because that's like something I'm not familiar with. That's about it. No, not that kind of charger.
Oh, he's talking about the feet.
Yes.
Oh.
I know
you-
both of them share the same name.
Do you know what your all that stuff?
Yeah, this is. I have my actual sheet.
Okay, charger. I can pull that up for you and let you know real quick if you want to write it down or something of the
The
sort.
thing that Michael has.
Yeah.
You're able to fucking charge at them and then attack them.
I know it just has like a couple of bullet points.
It was like a knockdown feature too.
Okay, so I remember now. If you can use your dash and still be able to attack. Basically, is what the initial part of it is. As long as you cross.
You know, this thing's like stuck in the inside.
What?
Do you need another pen?
Apparently.
That's all you have to say.
What do you mean it's stuck?
It's like the base.
Oh, it's
got
stuck.
stuck.
I got you. Is it still usable?
No.
Just use one of these
The
pens.
base is literally stuck inside there.
Use this pen. Just make sure not to take it.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna look through this because I can get this out. Most likely. I can actually see it.
Well, never mind then.
Probably have something that will fit, let's say.
What? Grand Conquest. 30 minutes. Fuck off with that shit.
That was unbroke.
It's unbroke now. For the time being.
I guess I'll never take it off then.
I mean, there's another pen now. Fuck it.
I brought this one out for my room stuff in case we could find one pen or something of the sort.
Well, that was the reason. Threw it down.
Alright, guides again, feats, chargers near the top, because it's alphabetical. Okay, when you take the dash action you can use a bonus action to make a melee attack. So basically it allows you to make a melee attack as a bonus action. Or you can use it to shove a creature if you move at least... Oh. And if you are moving... Okay. So if you're moving at least 10 feet in a straight line immediately before taking this bonus action, so let's say you can dash 40 feet to your right, and then... 50 feet to your right of the creature, and if you can dash 10 feet towards them, you can add... you can either gain 5 bonus to the attack's damage roll if you choose to attack, or push the target up to 10 feet away from you if you choose and the shove succeeds. So basically, you have to be able to run in a straight line for it to be able to... You can, regardless...
This is something with a penalty, right? If you take it -5.
That would be if you were looking at Great Weapon Master.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah, that's Great Weapon Master.
So I get a +5
To damage.
to damage.
Not to hit, to
Okay.
damage.
That's very fortunate for my character. We
You
all
can
know.
actually hit.
We all know.
It's a good thing that we gave that little update because we actually lost a little bit of the audio footage because I made a mistake.
No.
God damn it, man. It's alright.
It sucks because they missed the fucking combat.
Okay, so we'll do a quick recap then. It is the next day, so you're 1 day away from your mage entry test. In that time, Sketchy ended up talking to Miss Theresa of the Mages Guild, and she was able to enter your mind and reveal some more of your past. The fact that you did not die immediately to the fire blast from the mage, that you were in fact tortured afterwards and for long hours, and you just had memories of this. And she told you that was as much as she could manage to pull out of your brain at the time, and that she would need some time before she could pull off the spell again. That allowed her to do that. Upon leaving the Mages Guild, Sketchy decided to wander the streets looking for Bug, who had been resting in... I'm sorry. You went to spend the night in... I'm sorry, I went over too much. went too fast. Sketchy, after leaving Mage's Guild, decided to stay the night in a earthy style inn.
Which is gross.
No.
There's worms in there, and I didn't want to sleep there.
It looked magically created too, and it was bigger on the inside, and it was owned by a gnome and fairy, as far as you could tell. And it, the bottom floor had worms creeping around randomly, and other small critters, but not necessarily all bugs, but like birds and whatnot.
Yeah, this shit.
Yeah. Critters. Then, after waking up, you eventually started looking for Bug. When Bug woke up, she went and decided to play jump rope with some kids, and did an excellent job as such. Amazing at jump rope.
Absolutely.
And wandered around because she immediately was wanting to play hopscotch. Went to a shop where she could buy chalk and got a very nice set of chalk. Very nice. Nice, varying colors.
Lots of colors.
I remember there being red in there, which she used to make the hopscotch thing that she was really excited to do.
Absolutely.
And she started playing hopscotch. And at this time, Sketchy, who'd been looking for Bug, happened upon her playing hopscotch, or making the hopscotch thing, and decided to roll on it. You guys had your little bout, and you ended up playing hopscotch with her, I think.
He attempted it. That's all that was. It was a bad attempt.
It was a fail.
Eventually, you guys decided to group up, find a quest. You ended up going after some Drow or some Dark Elves that had been suspicious. Heading out there, the Yellow Rat friends of the dead Jim came after you. 3 of them. You easily both managed to deal with them. They didn't stand much of a chance against you two. You kind of fell under your attacks, and you were able to get. Oh, you bought. I apologize. I forgot. You bought Sally, which was a very
helpful camel.
Stubborn camel with a a limp. And you decided to take one of the camels from one of the bandits or one of the yellow jackets that yellow rats that tried to attack you. But Sketchy was too fond of Sally at that point and decided to try and continue riding Sally. And then eventually you get to the Drow camp, you fight the Drow. It was quite the eventful battle and very difficult. You managed to slay 4 Drow combatants, 1 with a short bow and arrows, 2 with rapiers and chainmail armor, and 1 with 2 daggers and leather armor. The short bow one also had leather armor, and he managed to fend them down. In fact, Sketchy would have died if it hadn't been for his passive pile of bones, where he became a pile of bones.
Literally.
Well, it's mostly because of he rolled shit and I rolled amazing.
I did.
Yep. And unfortunately, Sketchy just could not seem to hit any of them. Unfortunately, their high armor class made it kind of difficult too with the chainmail.
I didn't roll anything above a 5.
Oh, that's right. You really did roll
he
shit.
actually legitimately.
I think some of those you would have technically hit on a leather armor just because of just modifiers, but I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't remember all the rolls.
I only have a 4+ modifier.
So, I mean, that's 6 plus. Yeah, you probably still wouldn't have hit unless they had, like, no dexterity.
Exactly.
I have technically a 4+ modifier, 2.
Alright.
I would say.
And at this point, our friend, a good Bug finally hit level 2 to join Sketchy in the level 2 area.
I had 1 more HP than I thought.
Alright, I'll go over the things that I grabbed.
Well, you were close.
While I did that on base.
I have XP written somewhere.
Alright, so I had an opportunity because Arcane Archer has like all these different shit that you can grab. You can only grab like certain things right now, but like there's a lot of shit that I grabbed. So I'll go over that real quick for DM's sake too.
Yes, because I don't remember what all I gave you.
I have the ability to I can now imbue my arrows with something instead of just shooting arrows. Could make it fucking interesting. I have the ability to literally just my arrows come back to me.
Okay.
And they just literally just come back to me. That's just something that I can do.
Is it after it comes out of the wound?
I'll look that up right now, but I'm pretty sure they just come back to me.
Like you fire them and they just come back immediately after firing them?
No, that would be stupid. Arcane.
Yeah, that would be
Basically what happens is it's as a bonus action, you may return a magical arrow you fired to your hand.
Okay, so let's
It's
say...
a cantrip. After I shoot it, I can literally make it come back at me.
Okay, so theoretically, if you fired a frost enchanted arrow, you could bring that arrow back and fire it again.
Pretty much. I can literally just...
Next round.
And then...
Oh.
That's how that works.
So you could pretty much just have one arrow.
I can literally... I can conjure arrows, and then I can't lose them. I literally can't... There's no point of conjuring arrows if I can't lose them, right?
That's similar to like the gunslinger. They had infinite ammo for some reason.
That's cool. I don't have to worry about arrows like Bud DeWay does. Bud DeWay has to do a lot of arrow management. He's almost out of frost arrows because he doesn't think. And I get like 3 other shits. So, I have defensive shot, which is concentration up to 1 minute. As a bonus action, you may use abjuration magic to weave a charm that disrupts your enemy's magic. If your next range attack roll hits, the target suffers disadvantage on the next attack roll.
So it's a concentration spell that allows you to cause disadvantage on attack rolls.
Pretty much.
Does it? You say it affected.
Is it a descriptor? Is it a descriptor, or is it kind of like you would make that up how it would distract them, or whatever?
Okay, so just let me read it real quick if you don't mind, so that I can get a better idea.
That's all it says.
It's the Windy Rebuke one, right?
It's defensive shot.
Oh, defensive shot.
Because I have to go over all 3.
Easy bonus action. Disrupts enemy magic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, enemy magic. Okay.
Yeah.
If your next ranged attack hits, the target suffers disadvantage on their next. Thanks. Sorry, sure.
So basically, if they're using magic against me or against us, I can if I use a defensive shot and it hits them, they'll just have disadvantage on the next turn.
Okay, so if it's a magic attack, they have disadvantage.
Only if it's a magic attack is this actually useful.
Seems like
So
I can't
it's
tell
a
because it says it disrupts magic, but then it says it just causes disadvantage.
That's
Well,
up to
it sounds
DM,
like-
I guess.
DM interpretation, because
Yeah.
they sometimes. I hate when they leave it up to DM interpretation. They should just say.
From what it
wants
sounds
to
like,
say.
it does.
If they
What
don't-
I'd say is if you use this as a bonus action, and you had a friend who was charmed, you could uncharm that friend by casting this as a bonus action for concentration, and they couldn't recast that charm for 1 minute as long as you were able to maintain concentration. And then while that was in cast, you're concentrating on it. If you make an attack, it can cause disadvantage to any attack. I think is how I'm interpreting it, how I'm reading it, because that's what it reads out to me as. It seems like a disruptive magic. It disrupts magic, but it also causes disadvantage as
Okay.
2 separate things.
No,
From what I'm reading.
Yeah, that's what it
No,
sounds
no,
like. to
you're
me,
right.
too.
You're right.
So I mean, you could basically use that. It require concentration, so that means you can't cast another spell. You can cast cantrips, I think, still.
Yeah, just something. If it's
You can't cast a concentration spell while
you
using
have to
that,
break the first concentration spell in order to cast.
unless of course you have the
This is a
split
cantrip.
No, it's a concentration though.
Cantrip's gonna be.
You can cast
concentration.
other spells.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
You can cast any level of spell. You just
Yeah.
can't cast another concentration spell.
Oh, okay. Well, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So something that would require concentration, you will have to.
I think that's my only
And
thing
the-
that requires concentration.
Unless you either unlock.
Like, let's say you
like,
unlock
getting an
something.
ability type of thing.
It does.
I don't think there's any feat for that.
There is a feat for dual concentrating, being able to use.
Dual concentration or dual casting?
It's something. I know there's something because I read it and I was like, that could be useful if I needed it. I think it's actually something that was in the it's in the Roll20 thing. I think it's a Roll20 one.
Okay, I don't know.
It's not that big of a deal. I think we got the gist of it.
Yeah.
Windy Rebuke requires first level spell slot. I already have that shit. As a reaction, you may attempt to push any large or small creature that moves within 5 feet of you. This creature may make a strength saving throw versus your spell saving throw to take half damage of the 3d4 slashing damage and not be pushed away 10 feet away from you.
I apologize. What was that again?
Okay. Windy Rebuke is, as a reaction, you may attempt to push any large or smaller creature that moves within 5 feet of you. This creature may make a strength saving throw versus your spell save to take half of the d4 slashing damage and not be pushed away 10 feet away from you.
Okay, so is this an action or a reaction?
This is an action.
Okay.
Actually, I think it is a reaction. It's a reaction.
If they move within a certain amount of...
5 feet within me.
Okay.
I can take this reaction.
Okay.
So, it's when you cast this invocation using a spell slot, okay, that's for later on. But that's how that works. Literally,
Okay.
I can use that as a reaction to push them away from me. And then they'll take a lot of damage, possibly.
Yeah. Or you can attempt to push them away.
Basically, most of this stuff is reaction, because I have 2 reactions things. I don't really have any actions besides me throwing arrows.
Okay.
My next one is Bolt. As a reaction, you may shock a creature that has hit you with a melee attack. This creature may make a Constitution saving throw versus your spell save to take half the D8 lightning damage and not lose their reaction. That's basically how that works. It's the same shit, except I'm using... If I actually get hit by it, I can literally make them...
Question. Are opportunities of attacks technically reactions, or are they just opportunities of attacks? Those...
I think they're just...
It burns a reaction.
How many reactions do you have between turns?
1 unless specified by either another type of feat or something else. Just 1 reaction though.
Okay. Alright, that's all there is. That's
Okay.
all the new shit there is. I only have like a reaction thing.
Yeah, dual focus, it basically locks you out of doing anything else aside from moving.
Yeah. But, I mean, I was going to say that would be one case where you could cast 2 focus spells.
That would only be useful if you had another caster on your team. Because you're literally just a stagnant puppet, just kind of wiggling your fingers around.
Yeah, but you're casting 2 possibly strong
It depends.
effects. I don't know what would require focus, but...
Charm and hold person.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have those 2 active at once, it would be pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we...
Hell yeah, we can do this.
Alright, so at this point, you guys have decided to head back towards town with your Dark Elf ears in your inventory as well. You had 4 because you killed 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you were heading back to town to turn in said quest.
Alright. I think I'm just gonna, I'm gonna hop off my camel and I want to see if this camel will stay with me. Or, if I can make it my camel.
You want to claim the camel?
I want to claim the camel.
I mean, it seems friendly enough to you.
Okay, so I can... Did I name it?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna have to name it because then I'm gonna just not remember the camel stuff. I'm gonna name it Spots.
Spots?
Spots the camel.
This obviously tan, not spotted camel named Spots.
Yes.
Would you rather me name it Clifford?
I think Clifford is.
a big red.
I think Spots is good enough though. If you want to stick with Spots, I'm just
At this
messing
point,
with you.
I know its name's Clifford.
Its name is Clifford. Okay,
Clifford the big tan camel.
The camel. His name is Clifford.
Clifford the camel.
Alright.
Alright, Clifford. We're gonna. I'll make sure you're all taken care of and fed.
To note, Clifford actually had some saddlebags on him. You guys didn't actually search the camels at all?
No, not at all.
So you're noticing that he has some means of holding objects on your camel. In case you want to leave stuff with your camel ever, you have some saddlebags on your camel.
No,
Is there anything in there?
This is the last campaign, but you guys did leave the sword behind.
Which one?
The screeching sword. Just FYI.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna end up going back in there.
Well, no, we've traveled away from
You
there.
guys are very fucking.
Yeah, so we did leave that behind.
Whatever.
I've forgotten about that.
I don't even care about that anymore. That cave is done.
No, that's from
that's-
Timmy.
That was, yeah,
Timmy had the sword that he stuck in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired. I wasn't thinking. I was
Oh
just, you know.
yeah, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Timmy had a sword on his back. He stabbed it into the ground. It caused a charm save, wisdom saving throw.
Oh well, we forgot the sword. That's what happened.
I mean, I
Yeah,
think
I
I
was-
have enough swords personally.
I don't remember that.
I mean, let me just get somehow dual wielding to where I can wield a great sword and another great sword.
You'd be invincible.
I know. Just two 1d12 or 2d6 weapons, just one in each hand. There'd be some level 20 shit.
Alright,
Let's continue this one though.
Yeah.
Alright, so we should probably tie these bitches up. I mean, Sally. and-
Well, you guys are still traveling at this
Oh,
point,
okay,
unless you
okay.
want to speed run back to the city.
Definitely.
All right, you guys make it back to the city just fine. Nothing interrupted you along the way, and you're entering back into town when you got off your camel.
Did you want to check those satchels? See if there's anything sexy in it?
Yes.
Like
I
heads?
don't want to attack you. I mean, I just want to see what's
There
in
could be
it.
heads in there.
I just want to see what's in the satchel.
All right,
Okay.
you don't have to roll for this. You open up the saddlebags, and you find 6 gold pieces in one of them.
Some pro motherfuckers.
They are. They're one of the poorest gangs in town. And
For
you
a long
find,
sword, though,
I mean,
that's martial training. It must have been sometime in military.
we don't know how he came into the guild, so he could have had it before he entered the gang.
True.
20 gold.
Gang gang.
Um,
Got 20 gold. nigga.
20 gold, nigga. On my wrist.
And what else do I have in this bag? And some food for the camel in the other bag.
Yeah.
There's 2 bags, one on each side. They're fairly large in size, to note.
Camel food.
Got that cam.
You can leave it in the bag, so you don't necessarily. You can just write down so that way you know you have it, and so that way.
Can I steal some camel food so I can feed Sally?
You steal whatever you want to.
I'm gonna steal some camel food.
There's Big Sally.
I'm gonna go up to Sally.
Remember, you're semi-black chick over there.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna talk the way I want to talk.
yeah, I got you. I was trying to help you find your character again.
I go. I just.
Oh, I already
feed
got my
Sally.
character.
Does Sally give a fuck?
Sally wants to eat it.
All right,
Almost bite your hand at the same time.
bitch.
But you know,
I have gloves on.
you have gloves on. Yes, I was thinking. I was thinking about that because I mean,
Yeah,
when it
just
technically,
go right through it.
yeah, because there's nothing
Exactly.
webbing across your bones there. So
Exactly.
Gotta make sure you gotta
Right.
have that glove on. You know.
because I was thinking about the structure of
I know.
the
Protection.
palm.
Yeah, protection. You know.
Yeah.
Just don't go for it.
just don't roll for anything if you don't have to.
Exactly.
Right?
Roll for feeding Sally? Nope, I don't want to.
I don't want to eat it.
You know what?
I'm there, bitch. I'll eat it.
Damn it, we had to talk about it. He's gonna make you roll for it now.
No, you're already good. I won't change something I've said just because I stick to my words as a DM if I can.
Okay.
All right. So you guys have entered town again. Where would you like to head in town? Well, to note, you have just finished said quest, so you can turn in
I
said
definitely
bound.
want to. Since
That's
I
where we're
took the
going.
post
Alright.
down and everything.
All right, you're heading
Yeah.
back towards the bounty guild, the bounty hunters guild, Yes.
This man is making me sick because it's a woman.
Some people are staring at you guys as you walk down the street with your camels in tow.
Victorious.
And
I'm trying my best to ignore her.
and you're trying your best to ignore her, and you guys draw a little bit of attention. You're still wearing your mask,
Oh,
right?
definitely.
They see a masked figure, which is also somewhat odd, draws a little bit of attention as well. But it's not entirely abnormal for people to wear masks. Entirely. You do look like a thespian, so
Yeah.
they assume you're some form of actors, and
Absolutely.
And then you got this extravagant one over here.
yes.
Extravagant. I'm just.
Well, she is quite beautiful for
I am
who
a
she is.
Beautiful character.
Yeah, let's go with that.
For her race, she would be resembling a very beautiful, right?
Yes.
Bay.
She's very, very attractive.
She's definitely bae.
So you do draw some attention, but no one seems to say anything. And you make it to the Bounty Hunters Guild just fine. And
Pretty.
oh god, who was the did you actually talk? No, you didn't talk to anyone in the Bounty Hunters Guild.
No, we just took it down.
All right,
Fucking
you
what?
talked to Mr. Devil Chicken guy.
That's what we did. We thought the devil chicken.
Yeah, that's what we talked to. I wanted to find that devil chicken. He was being a little bitch about it.
But you never ended up going after said devil
I
chicken.
was just being honest. I wasn't saying to
I
be a
just wanted
bitch
to
about it. I
kill
just was like,
I
if we
wanted to
came
kill the
across it,
devil
we
chicken.
came across it, son.
I know, he was like, oh, you trying to steal my devil chicken? I'm like, look, I have more time on my hands than necessary, and I probably would. But I did not.
What a weirdo, right?
Exactly.
Come on.
Like, he knows my life story.
Like, I don't get it.
Fuck him. Let's go turn
Yeah, I
this
want
shit.
to turn in these
Yeah.
elves. I don't like having ears in my pocket.
Yeah, they
Gross.
smell kind of, I don't know how they
All
smell,
right.
honestly.
You see a young-looking male sitting at the desk, kind of leaned back, just all relaxed and just
Lean
kind
back.
of there.
Lean back.
Feels like he's maybe just a
That's
receptionist
shorty
job.
with the lean back. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, what's up, Slim?
Hey man, how can I help you?
Oh, yeah.
I got the ears right here in my satchel.
I just kind of slump backwards. I kind of do like that gangster lean with my walk when I
What
approach
the
him.
fuck are you
Hey
doing?
man, what's up?
Yeah, I'm just, hold on, I got this. This is my people right here. This is my
Lord.
people right here, man.
They're
Yeah.
people.
So I went outside today.
Yeah man, I mean most people go outside.
Yeah, no, but the thing is that, right, there was these crazy like dark skin things. They were kind of like
Are you trying to put a bounty out, bro?
yeah. I heard there was Drows or something, man.
Oh, you're trying to turn in a bounty.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Those
got
cra-
you, bro.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. So you're trying to turn in a bounty here.
Yeah.
And you said it was for Drow?
Yeah.
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Do you have that paper by chance? That'll make my life like
Oh,
10
dude.
times easier.
I actually have it right here.
Oh, dude.
Oh, hold on. I'm kidding.
Oh, I like you already, man.
Yeah.
I'm just staring at this like,
Alrighty, you killed the Drow. You got evidence of this slaughtering.
I'm like,
I
I got, hey, I got this.
don't touch my bag.
I'm sorry. She's like,
It's my stuff.
It's all good, bro. I understand.
Yeah, you know
Just,
how-
let the,
you know how
let
the
the
girls
let
are.
let the miss get me the.
You know how the ladies are,
She's
you
got
know.
it. Just let her pass.
Put the
it.
bag on here, and then I open it up and I give her the ears.
Oh yeah, these are definitely Drow ears.
oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are definitely some dead Drows out there, or you just took off their ears. But either way, I'm gonna assume they're dead because I mean they're not gonna willingly give up their ears.
The last time I willingly gave up my ears, I gave them up.
Dude,
But
you
it
gave up your
was-
ears.
It was like 5 knives to my face and 1 to my stomach, and there was a short one. I think it was a really short guy. I'm not really too sure.
Oh, short guys are the worst, man. They'll just
Yeah,
cut your fucking ankles,
exactly.
bro.
Yeah, he was going for it, dude.
I feel you, bro. Alright, so there's 4 ears. That means there's 4 dead Drow out there that
Yeah,
are
man.
solving this. Oh, you missed one somehow. But that's okay.
What?
Yeah, there was 5.
What?
It shows you the paper. upon closer inspection.
No.
There's a listing of them. But that's okay.
My mask was in the way. I didn't see that.
But that's okay, man. I'll give you full credit because I don't really give a shit.
Okay, cool.
I
I like that about you. What's your name?
my name's Derek.
Oh,
nice
Derek?
to meet you.
I knew a Derek.
Yeah.
He kind of looks vaguely not similar to you.
Vaguely,
but-
yeah,
vaguely
bro. I
not
feel
similar,
you.
Yeah. How much is that exactly again?
This quest was actually quite hard for some people. We sent one group out and they got kind of slaughtered. We never found them afterwards. So.
Okay.
I'm messing with that. I'm literally just.
So, you guys are together in this, I assume,
Yeah,
since she
yeah,
had the ears?
Yeah.
Alright, that
She
means
did
you guys are
mention
getting
something, right?
halvesies on this, I take it?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna split this up for you, and that's 200 gold each. It technically was 150 each, but I'm doing you a solid, bro.
Oh, yeah, thanks, brother.
Bro, if I lose my job, it's on you, though.
I mean, they're dead, so...
Exactly.
What are they gonna do?
Fuck, if they know how much I'm paying out for
Exactly.
these people. I mean, they don't got cameras. They don't have means of watching me or shit.
Yeah, man, security's not too tight, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. It's cool, bro. Alright. Good talking to you, man.
Oh, dude. Did you hear about the devil chickens?
Bro, I haven't heard about any devil chickens. Should I be putting out a bounty on devil chickens?
Yeah, I heard there were some crazy devil chickens, man.
Oh,
they were
man.
like 10 feet tall, just pecking at the ground.
Where
mercilessly.
did you see these guys? I need to look at
They
them.
were like, I think it was southeast from here. It was the location was kind of vague though.
Oh man, you
It's
didn't
kinda
really get a
like-
look at them, did you? Well, I
No,
can't.
it
I
was
can't
hard-
really
it was
put
hard
out a
to-
bounty unless I know where they are. Because if I give people false information, people start wandering around. They come back to me and they're like, "Bro, you told me there was a killer to kill these devil chicks."
Okay, well, how about you just on the low, since we're a little bit, how about you give me the bounty personally?
Oh, you want to? Well, I guess if you brought in a devil chicken head,
Yeah, I mean that's gonna
an
be
entire
really,
devil chicken
that's gonna
head,
be really fucking big, dude.
bro, I would consider
Yeah.
giving you some gold for said devil chicken head.
What?
Yeah, if you managed to kill devil's chicken, bro, I would hook you up.
Dude,
I've
know,
already took it away.
there was a couple of mushrooms I saw.
Bro, I love the shrooms, bro.
If I see some, I'll pick you up some, man.
Bro, that's a true bro right there. But I make enough money here. I got my own farm
What?
of shrooms.
No.
Bro, you gotta stop by sometime. I'll hook you up with that mad price.
Oh yeah, I got you on that one. Let's pound it out.
Round it out, bro.
Yeah, man. Just,
Yeah, good business.
And I take
Yeah.
it. Just take my.
I already took it away. So.
Oh, where'd this chick go? Did you see where she went, man?
I wasn't paying attention, bro.
Oh,
We were
me
having such a
neither.
good conversation. You have a good day,
Hi
though.
there.
He starts talking to the next person that's walked up behind you.
Alright. I guess I'll go find the other chick.
I'm looking at bounties.
Duh, okay. Yeah, so,
What?
find anything good? Damn, what's your fun?
Yeah.
Did you want to roll for investigation to see if you were looking for anything in particular?
Yes.
There's a fuck ton of bounties all across this fucking...
I just want to go out and do shit. So that's can you help me?
Of course, I'm looking with the girl.
To note is about 2 p.m. in the day.
You made it worse.
I didn't do nothing, dude.
You distracted him while he was trying to look.
Apparently.
Yeah, I rolled again and it went worse than a 6. So I got a 10 technically.
10 on investigation. Alright.
Not too bad.
That's not too bad.
No,
That's
it's
not
not.
horrible. Are you looking for any particular type of bounties?
So-
Because there's a fuck ton available to you.
I'm looking for something in the same kind of vicinity of like
Maybe
challenge.
devil chickens.
Something similar to the Drow. Alright, so you're looking at the lower end, little bit lower end
Lower
bounties.
echelon.
You'll notice there's kind of like, some of them are kind of like harder or kind of grouped up together. Some of them look like they would require several people. Like there's one for a dragon somewhere on there you happen to notice. Yeah, it's a fucking dragon. But it's not nearby, it's actually a universal bounty that is between towns. And has been transported between guilds in multiple towns. About a dragon bounty. and it's actually a good distance from where you currently are, perhaps a week's travel from where you are. Estimation.
Sally will make it.
Sally could make it, possibly.
She'll be alright.
I need to look at shit.
But again,
Up to you.
you are looking for something in that same level of difficulty.
Do you have an app for that now? Because I do have the monsters right up here.
I can pull up a page for it.
Oh, okay.
Double chicken.
Like right here, just saying.
I got the D&D Orc Pub Beta, where I can pull up the combat rating.
That's what I have.
Oh, so it is our pub then. Yeah, because that's a website as well.
Our pub's good.
Alright, so there is one. What is it, Cork? Load! I want to know what you look like.
It was an app that
I don't even know what you look like, man. Does it have a description?
It says cockatrice.
What, cockatrice?
Cockatrice.
Oh, the cockatrice, yes. Have you ever played Final Fantasy?
Yes.
Guys,
Do you remember the cockatrice?
No.
Oh, damn.
There's some chickens.
Basically the demonic looking chickens.
They're demon chickens.
So there is actually one for small cockatrice, but not quite devil chickens.
Well, maybe we can, like, hold it hostage and make it cry so that its mother can come.
Are they evil? They're demon chickens.
So there is a bounty out for cockatrice right now. It is 2 cockatrice
Wow, you see.
that have been wandering the land.
Okay.
Kind of north of here. There is also a
That's
quest.
not though. That's where we came from. We're running south. Fuck those cockatrices.
Okay. I'm down just in case.
There is a problem with one of the mines to the southwest. There's a problem with some fungus that has been a violent fungus that has been growing in there.
Violent fungus.
Yeah, that's fucking violent, dude.
Violent fungus.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, a magically created violent fungus of some sort.
That's amazing. Mushroom.
Mushrooms.
Um,
I could probably kill a guy with it, but I want not to. I'm good. I'm a good guy.
what is
I'm giving him regular mushrooms. That'll get him high.
ancient
And
food?
slur. Like good person does.
Yeah.
There
It's
is
hard to think like a good cockatrice.
How much HP does this have?
Mind trouble with the violent fungus. That's what he just said.
If you guys are looking for a difficult quest, there is a quest for killing a wormling, basically a small dragon.
A wormling.
A wearing?
Like a wyvern.
Okay.
A wormling? Is that what it's called?
It's like a wyvern style beast.
Okay.
I want its wings or scales.
Sounds like a bad one.
Can make a plate.
It is a brass dragon wormling, to note.
I mean,
I don't know the colors yet. I'm not familiar with them. That's fine. Whatever. I'll figure it out.
exactly.
Let's see here. What else did I want to throw at you guys? Possibly as possible quest that you could just say, I want to do that. And there's a cave of goblins. A camp of goblins, actually. It's a fairly decent-sized camp, but they're all goblins, so they could possibly go down relatively easy.
And I probably should have noted this quite some time back. In my part of the world, it doesn't have to be the same for yours, but goblins are more considered noble. The ones that you guys found were strays.
Weird. Okay.
So in your part of the world,
Yeah, they're considered noble.
no.
That's amazing.
So they're actually well-off creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these were some goblins that perhaps decided to do less savory things.
Yeah. And
A gang of goblins.
But I mean, it does. The rules don't have to apply to each sections of you guys as well. But
Well, if it's different sections.
exactly.
Or I could just say they're hobgoblins.
Those I don't think you'll be able to fight them unless you just downgrade them.
Yeah.
The top goblins would fuck us. they're actually tactical thinkers when
Mhm.
it comes to combat.
They're not actually that bad as people make them out to be.
They're
Well,
not- yeah,
it's
they're-
depending on
And
if
there
you want
is
to
a
challenge
small
them.
group of orcs.
Orcs. Okay, wait, well, yeah.
Alright, and that's all the stuff that you've seen so far.
Okay.
Are you interested in any of those?
Alright.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I gotta discuss it with me. Alright.
Alright,
I've
so-
been at it for a while.
I want to kill the chickens.
You didn't let me discuss anything with you. I know, but we got
What do you want to kill?
the cockatrice, we got the violet fungus, we got the wyvern, the orcs, or the goblins.
Dragons sound amazing, honestly.
I'm considering going after the dragon.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
It does sound like a lot of fun. It's a baby one. It's a weirdling. But that's something that I'm considering, unless you just really want to slaughter chickens.
I might want to make some armor.
So
That'd be really cool.
you want to go with the wormling? Wyvern?
Let's go with the baby chicken. The giant dragon chicken. It's honestly the same thing.
Okay, we're
Baby
gonna do
chicken.
the wyvern quest.
The wormling.
The wyvern. Yes.
It is a medium-sized dragons, on the smaller side.
They're small.
I don't know what considered medium when it comes to baby dragons, so let's
Real
kill it.
quick, I gotta do something real quick.
Like,
Okay, dokie. Well, I just wanna feel
I
satisfied.
ripped down the dragon baby first.
Baby dragon.
Dragon baby. Dragon baby.
Dragon, baby dragon. It's a wyvernling.
Hey, don't give me this.
A wyvern is different than a wyvernling baby
Hey,
dragon.
don't give me this. Caleb, don't give me this right
I'm
now.
giving you whatever I want to give you, bro.
Don't give me this right now.
Wyvern. Hey, the wyvern.
Caleb,
What?
stop, dude.
Hey,
Oh my god, it's called Baby Chicken Dragon. We all know it, dude.
Baby, chicken, dragons, they're
No.
hood. You just wish it something that you could slay, but you couldn't. Yeah,
I'm not gonna say shit.
that's what. No.
I'm not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna say a motherfucking word.
Actually, let me make an encounter thing for this, because I gotta see if you guys can actually take this on.
You don't think?
I'm not entirely positive you can kill it, but it will be a difficult thing. I actually have to see if this will
It's got like
help.
30 HP, right?
Something like that.
I don't think it's that bad.
The real problem is going to be its AC.
It's like, I think it's like 17 or 19.
It's 17 AC. So this may be a little bit difficult in that
I'm okay
aspect.
with it, to be honest. I think they can handle it.
Okay. I
If
just
not,
wanna-
then we'll just have to retreat from battle. And I got a backup character in there. Just in case things go bad. So I'm gonna take on the difficult.
Bitches, really good.
This would be a good jump in
Because I want a
EXP though
challenge.
if you guys succeed in this. It's actually a really good challenge.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm if I die, I have a
I just-
backup character.
I just hope it does not breathe fire, or else then I'd be dead.
Hey, we're going for that right now. Who knows?
It's a good.
I'm
day
playing
to
the risk
die.
because I want to play the risk.
Exactly. I can fucking. And my new character, I'll be able to wrestle him down to the ground and beat him up.
You don't. Would you like to actually try and research this creature before you try and take it on, or are you just guys
I
just
already
gonna?
have an idea.
You guys probably also there's a recommendation from your DM. Get some supplies before you head out.
We will.
I mean, last time I was perfectly fine.
I have
Yeah,
a potion.
totally.
I just you would need shit.
I drizzled it on myself.
And then you drank the other one.
Yep.
Also, you are still injured
I definitely as hell am injured.
so you still have that lower HP. So you might want to keep that in mind. you want to rest in town for a bit or
Oh,
something. of the sort.
definitely, dude.
I'm just going to remind you of these things because this is between sessions, so...
No, I remember. I got fucked up. I was at 1 HP, then I got some back. You know, it was just some.
I got HP too, because the feed I took was tough.
I mean, we should probably still make sure that we don't die instantly.
I know, I'm listening to you.
Talk to him.
Alright, so you guys have taken down this off the wall of the...
And I'll make sure if there's any more multiples of it, I'm taking those down too.
Hell yeah.
there are no multiples on this wall. Everything is one per
Alright,
bounty.
I'm taking it. I just
Most-
took it.
Because most people who take these bounties tend to either die and they put up a new one if there's no report within a couple of days. You don't know exactly how they manage all of these bounties, but they seem to manage them quite well, actually, surprisingly.
They better.
So yeah, you take down the bounty,
I'm going to bed.
and you're going to just a short rest or long rest.
Well, I only do short rest because I'm a zombie.
Let's say short rest. Do you want to take a shorter, like you just want to stick around and just roll for HP back, or do you want to take a...
Well, I need my other character sheet so I know what HP was up.
Well, if he's doing that, I want to examine my book.
Oh yes, the book to the chain. Alright, so you guys are going to stay in town for a little bit after retrieving this bounty. Where would you like to just stay in the Bounty Hunters Guild, or would you like to wander around and find an inn or something, or a bar?
Talk to your fucking friend.
I mean, you guys are more than welcome to go about this rest as you please, as long as you're resting and not performing actions.
I'm full HP. I never took damage, so I'm good.
Okay.
Him, he needs to heal. He needs to heal. Because he took all the damage.
I did.
And, yes.
What you looking for? You looking for him?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you said you had it.
No, I just my old the other one that we printed.
Temporary, the 10th one.
Yeah.
Figure out how much HP he's at. I know you took 2 potions. You had, what, 23 health?
24 max for that session.
Okay. But you're actually at 25, right?
Yeah. I don't know how much. Yeah. I don't know.
So, I'm assuming you're close to like 16 HP. You took 2 potions.
That's a good one.
I think it was in the 16 to 14 range.
That's not it.
No. Just go ahead and put that stuff back, because I think some of my notes are in there for you guys.
Yeah, I'll just roll.
You want to just roll for it?
Yeah.
Because you do have 2 hit dice.
I do.
I think we're at like 20, dude. And plus, I have it right here. It's up here.
Oh, is it?
I mean, isn't it?
He didn't
no.
mark it down.
I marked it down on actual paper.
Yeah, he marked it down on actual paper.
Oh, we don't, I don't have that shit.
4. So 6 HP. Wait, what's my one? 0. Oh, yeah, 2. Okay. So 6.
So yeah, you're at full health. You're at full health after a short rest. During this time, you would have been resting for about how long?
I don't. What only taking an hour?
An hour? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but I wanted, in case you said higher number, I was gonna just say, oh yeah, that works.
I'm a Skeletor.
Yeah. So you rest for about an hour in the Bounty Hunters Guild, just at one of the tables.
No, I'd be on Sally.
You're riding around on Sally, just resting on Sally as Sally takes you around. While he's just wandering around, riding on Sally, you're, I'm assuming, traveling next to him and checking out your book in this hour time frame.
Absolutely.
Okay. You have it sitting in front of you. You still, in that hour, you've been looking at it for a little bit. You've been trying at the chains a little bit initially, trying to see. You again notice that these chains aren't coming loose no matter what you do. So you, after physically examining it for about, let's say, 15 minutes, trying to figure out anything that could be physical about it, you start looking at it from a magical perspective. And you start trying to look for anything you can read. And again, nothing seems to show up initially as legible for reading. It's literally a pitch black book. And you look at the pages that are visible, and they're all black. And you sit there and you stare at it for another 30 minutes, trying to throw. Do you have detect magic, by the way, or anything in identify? No. Okay, so what's your Arcana?
Okay, so
It's 4.
you want to roll for?
I can. I have 4 Arcana. 14.